Today, Head of Staff of the National Council of Democratic Forces Eldar Namazov held a press conference regarding his recent visits to Moscow and Washington at the office of the Institute for Reporters' Freedom and Safety. Namazov spoke about the meetings and discussions he had at the Helsinki Commission of the United States Congress, at the U.S. State Department and National Security Council, and his address to the U.S. think tanks. He declared that Rustam Ibrahimbekov's election campaign will be facilitated by the managers of the victorious election campaigns across the world and the Commonwealth of Independent States. Moscow and Washington meetings discussed this possibility. The government-oriented media is trying to reduce the importance of the Washington meetings. In fact, never before we had such serious discussions in Washington. The name of the conference, Troubled Partner, Growing Authoritarianism in itself is a serious message, he said. Eldar Namazov said that the paper describing the responsibilities of the National Council single candidate, appeals by the Council demanding the Attorney General, the National Assembly and the Central Election Commission to conduct investigation on the ruling party candidates, companies and properties registered in the offshore zones, and the cases of corruption, and the letters by the imprisoned young activists were presented to the members of the Helsinki Commission. Namazov also said that Rustam Ibrahimbekov is going to complete his international meetings and will return to Azerbaijan soon. According to him, there is no single legal barrier barring his return to Azerbaijan. He believes that local and international community will recognize the election's legitimacy only if the registration of Rustam Ibrahimbekov's candidacy is ensured. Registration of Ibrahimbekov's candidacy was mentioned 3 times during discussions in Washington. International organizations and democratic forces support fair and free elections in Azerbaijan. This is a fair position. The government wants Rustam Ibrahimbekov's candidacy be rejected, which would give them chance to determine their own opponent. But we cannot speak about victory if we fail to register our candidate. Legitimacy of this election will depend on his registration. Head of the National Council staff said the Council doesn't have an alternative candidate. He said the single candidate's election platform will soon be announced. Now there is stability in the country, but people are looking forward to show their dissatisfaction by giving their votes to the single candidate. What happened in Guba and Ismail has shown that people can express their discontent without political influences. We and our international partners believe that chaos in the country will be inevitable if the elections are rigged. As to the question if Ibrahimbekov's ownership statement has been prepared for the Central Election Commission, Namazov said the ownership and financial statements of the National Council single candidate are transparent. All of Ibrahimbekov's incomes were subject to taxation. This problem should worry the ruling party candidate. Articles published as a result of international journalistic investigations revealed his expensive estates and companies registered in offshore zones and scandalous facts of bribery. We have required investigation of these facts relating to the authorities candidate. Namazov repeated as saying at the meetings in Washington and Moscow that they'll also keep the focus on holding exit polls during elections.